My favorite question of the week. So there's been a lot of questions, and this has been interesting. Let me adjust this camera just a minute here. Oh, we don't have quite the right angle. Anyway, so I was blown away when I got this question. Every so often, there's a sauna question or something that I come across and a light bulb moment goes on. As much time as I spend with saunas and doing all this stuff, every once in a while, someone will frame something in a certain way, and it's like, man, why didn't I think of that? It just cuts through all the noise, and that's what today's favorite question is. Here it is. You ready? Why would you want to add red light if you already have a full spectrum sauna? I'm going to read that again. She's basically saying, I have a full spectrum infrared sauna. Why would I want to add red light to it since I already have full spectrum? Now, maybe that's just me. Maybe this doesn't resonate or hit with anyone else. Man, I look funny on the camera. The lighting in here is weird. Almost looks like I have a sunburn or something. Anyway, sorry, I was getting distracted. But this question is my favorite question of the week. It's probably one of my favorite questions ever because basically what she's alluding to is, hey, I bought into the idea of a full spectrum infrared sauna, and the way that the sauna company sold it to me, they pretty much said, hey, you've got LED lights in this sauna that are behind your back, behind the black grill. And there's going to be a certain mode in the sauna, and it's going to turn on and give you red light therapy. And she's asking, why in the world would I want to add red light therapy, like actual PBMT of a huge, proportion, something like a body panel? And the interesting thing about this question is that it cuts through the noise, and it highlights the fact that infrared sauna companies are being disingenuous in the fact that they're making people think that because you have full spectrum heaters, you have some type of near infrared, you have some type of chromotherapy or red light therapy or color light therapy in the roof, that is a replacement for red light therapy or photobiomodulation. I call them PBMT lights. Various people have various names for them. The fact of the matter is, there is a reason why, I've been saying this for a while, but there's a reason why when you dissect these and when you look at even the sauna companies that use the research from NASA, they're borrowing it because that was done on lasers and LEDs. But when you look at an actual PBMT device, ones that put out a ton of near infrared between 500 nanometers and 900, it's usually a little bit less than that in between. The biggest thing is they all have, what do they look like? It doesn't matter what company it is. They have gigantic output. They have heat sinks. They have huge power supplies just to power the lights. They have, all these things are built in. Do you see that in the red lights or the purple lights or whatever inside the ceiling of an infrared sauna? No. Do you see that in the full spectrum emitters that they are selling people on and saying, if you don't have near, mid, and far infrared, you're not going to get a complete detox? No. I have been saying this and saying this and saying this, and somehow this lady just cut through the noise with one simple question, and that is, why would you want to add red light therapy if you already have full spectrum? And the question is simple, or the answer is simple, because full spectrum saunas do not give you the full range of red light therapy, nor is the output within the therapeutic range. Meaning, it depends on how you're measuring this, but if you are measuring the actual near infrared that your skin is going to be absorbing at whatever distance, because when you're sitting in a sauna, the near infrared is not really close to you, or usually there's an obstruction or blah, blah, blah. It really needs to be super close, almost like borderline skin-to-skin contact, in my personal opinion. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so I can't advise you with clinical data on that. But in my own usage, I notice a huge difference with the increase in intensity and the increase in distance, or how close it is to you. And there's diminishing returns whenever you remove those two things. Those are a pro, not a con. And so it's almost impossible for an infrared sauna to give you the output. Well, most of them. There's maybe some exceptions to the rule, but all the companies that are marketing full spectrum, full spectrum, full spectrum, it's funny that now some of them are coming out with add-ons and upgrades so that you can add red light therapy. And this is exactly what she's highlighting. She's like, wait a minute, I bought your full spectrum sauna. And now you're coming out with a red light therapy add-on kit. But the reason I brought your full spectrum sauna instead of your far infrared sauna is because you guys told me that I was going to get near infrared, mid infrared, and far infrared with the full spectrum, and I didn't need anything else. And then I would get the complete detox and blah, blah, blah. Now I'm getting offers in the email for a near infrared upgrade kit. Why would I need to upgrade a full spectrum sauna if I already bought everything? Right? Like, she's all upset because she bought into the idea that I have all the wavelengths that I need. This is the supreme sauna on the market. There's nothing better. It has all this stuff built in. And she was told that it's far superior to all these far infrared saunas where they just put out heat and they don't have light therapy. Biggest fallacy in the universe. There's not a single sauna on the market right now that has therapeutic levels of red light therapy that come standard that I'm aware of. Everything is an add-on kit. It doesn't matter what the mechanism of the far infrared, it doesn't matter which type of full spectrum emitter they're putting in the saunas. There's really just not enough of it, not close enough to you for you to mimic the effect of one of these. Oh. And I don't know if I can talk now, but the this should probably be the thumbnail for the video. Basically, there's a reason why you see this gigantic panel. And you could actually use more than one of these if you wanted to get really good coverage for the body. But there's a reason why there's fans, a heat sink, and all of these larger LEDs built into this. The reason why is because you have to saturate the body with enough near infrared like you would get from the sun. I mean, Mother Earth is the ultimate near infrared. If you really want near infrared, just go outside. Move to the south if you're in the north. Do all this stuff. But for most people, you're not going to get the type of output that a panel like this has, an actual photobiomodulation panel, from a full spectrum emitter. I mean, if I had one in my hand here, it's like apples to oranges. So this idea that you can get out of, or that you can get all types of red light therapy from a full spectrum sauna, is not accurate. Not accurate at all. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's almost false advertising, right? It's misleading to people. I've always hated it. I've never liked it. I still stand by it. And this is demonstrable. It's clear as day. Why? If you were to, I don't really want to blind myself, but if you were to turn this on right now, it would screw. Let's just do it. Get it? Let's just do it. Do it. I'm doing it. Blinded. Ah. Ready? Okay. Do you see the camera having any trouble with this? Do I look like I'm in a full spectrum sauna with the overhead lights on? Does everything look like somebody doing a little cell phone video in with their chromotherapy on? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a completely different scale of near infrared therapy, and you're not getting this with a single full spectrum sauna on the market. It doesn't matter what sauna salespeople are telling you, who's lying to you. It's not happening. And my favorite question, maybe this is only significant to me, maybe no one else will like this video, but I'm super fired up. I'm happy because this lady succinctly asked one simple question that just cut through all the noise in the entire industry. And that is significant to me. You know, I'm making mountains out of molehills by describing this and explaining it. But her simple question, why would you want to add red light therapy to a full spectrum sauna, is monumental. I'm going to start asking people that, especially now that more and more sauna companies are going to come out with add-on kits and upgrade kits. I guess you can upgrade your sauna, which is really, really, really pissing people off, because a lot of the salespeople that sell infrared saunas, full spectrum saunas, the ones that work at the call centers for a lot of these, larger sauna companies, they don't even own the product. They don't even have it in their house. So when they're sitting there telling people all the benefits and they're like reading off of a script and all this stuff, they're not speaking from experience. And then later, I mean, I laugh. I shouldn't laugh, because the unfortunate part is, like this lady, she's super upset. She's like, I spent $6,500 on my sauna. They told me it was the best thing ever. I would never have to upgrade. I'd never have to get anything else. It was, you know, it's going to last forever. It's got a lifetime warranty, or, you know, it has all the bells and whistles. No other sauna company is going to come out with a better sauna, blah, blah, blah. And even that exact company that she bought from offers some different type of full spectrum thing now, right? Like it's if you're shopping for an infrared sauna, you want to focus on the far infrared output. The far infrared is what is producing the detoxing sweat experience, giving you the majority of the input or the benefits for that. And then if you want to introduce light therapy, I've got some cheap ways you can do that. You can search for the videos on YouTube. You can add some red light therapy for $100 if you're a little handy. You could use the money that you save from not buying a full spectrum sauna, which I don't think is worth it, unless you just want that. But, you know, I don't have a problem with people buying full spectrum saunas. If that's what you want, you believe in the benefits, hey, great. That's awesome. Just know what you're getting into. I want to be completely transparent. I want people to not have regrets like this lady. And not, you know what I mean? Like, if you have the disposable income, it's not a big deal to spend an extra $1,500 on a sauna because you like the way it looks, or maybe it's fancier, or maybe it has, you know, crazy cool LEDs and control panels and modes and modules, and you can hook it up to your phone and you can do all this stuff, or control it from somewhere else when you're not at home, and blah, blah, blah. No big deal. No problem. But if you're like this lady, where she had to put it on a credit card because she didn't have the money, or you're like somebody else that really can't afford it, and they're having health troubles, and somebody is talking them into something because they think it's going to solve their health issues, all you really need is far infrared. You can add red light therapy later, and you'll actually get red light therapy instead of buying a full spectrum sauna and not getting red light therapy and having a false sense of security that you are.